The final criminal charges in the 2022 shooting death of Christian Glass have been dismissed, ending a series of court proceedings against law enforcement officers involved in the incident. Christian Glass was fatally shot by officers on June 11, 2022. The incident unfolded after Glass, who was suffering a mental health episode, called 911. Officers responded and saw that Glass had knives in the car and instructed him to get out. Glass refused, saying he was afraid. Officers from multiple agencies tried for more than an hour to coax Glass out of the car. At one point, Glass threw one of the knives out the window of the car in the direction of officers. Eventually, as Glass continued to refuse to exit the vehicle, officers broke the window. After the window was broken, the officers began to deploy less lethal methods, including a taser and beanbag rounds. As Glass grabbed a knife, Officer Andrew Buen fired shots at his chest, killing him. Buen was convicted of criminally negligent homicide and reckless endangerment. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison and 120 days in jail to be served concurrently. Former Deputy Kyle Gould pleaded guilty in 2023 to failing to report and intervene in the use of force. He received 2 years of probation, a $1,000 fine, and a lifetime ban from law enforcement work in Colorado. Charges of negligent homicide and reckless endangerment were dropped in exchange for his plea. Charges were dropped against Georgetown police officer Timothy Collins, Idaho Springs police officer Brittany Morrow, and Colorado State Trooper Ryan Benny after they accepted a plea deal that required them to complete critical incident training, which included learning about de-escalation techniques and working with individuals in a mental health crisis or undergoing trauma. The three were also required to take part in a training video in which they discussed what went wrong, what could have been improved, and how this case has changed their lives. On July 1st, failure to intervene and third-degree assault charges were dropped against Georgetown Marshal Randy Williams as part of a plea deal similar to the one offered to Collins, Morrow, and Benny. Under the plea deal, Williams completed 48 hours of community service and submitted an apology letter to the Glass family. Charges of failing to intervene against Division of Gaming Officer Krista Lloyd and Division of Gaming Officer Mary J. Harris were dismissed in December 2024, when the court found that the statute requiring excessive force intervention didn't apply to gaming officers.